Shoulders bit back, eyes closed. Maximum body parts are relaxed. Breathing is going on slowly, naturally, rhythmically. Just observe, just be aware of that. Or one omkar, our deep inhalation. Oh. Enjoy the vibrations of omkar over your body and mind. Gently open your eyes and be at ease. The medium of this course is English, and hence most of the lectures, rather almost all lectures, will be in English. The literature provided by us will be in English. Question paper will be in English. Only thing, if somebody is not that comfortable with the English, then they can opt for answering the descriptive questions or say assignments, essays, reports for Yoga Varta in Marathi or Hindi. It means if you are weak in expression in English, you got option. But so far understanding is concerned, it's a must. That's the prerequisite of this course, because the lectures are going to be in English. We can understand everybody is not that fluent in expressing. So you can express yourself in Marathi, Hindi. That's what I said. But now, those who are not understanding English properly, I will speak in Hindi also. So far, this session is concerned, that is Prospectus Reading, because if they not understood something, not got clear how to explain in English, tomorrow they should not say, हमें मालूम ही नहीं था, हमें तो समझा ही नहीं, ऐसा है करके, ऐसा नहीं होना है. That's why today in mixed English and Hindi I will be speaking. There was a request from some of our participants, why not it should be mixed Hindi, Marathi also along with English. The issue is that there are participants from Tamil Nadu, such area. There are participants outside India. So everybody has got their own reservation. So if you speak in Hindi, they may not understand. If you speak in English, some others may not understand. And so far language is concerned, it's a tragedy of India. Not only a single language is there who can, connect us. So if our rulers, government after independence had a strong willpower, we would have made Sanskrit as our national language. And that would have worked if proper regimentation was there. Israel was a nation formed after 2000 years, and Hebrew was a dead language. They said they appealed all the Jews dispersed all over the world as refugees. Come to your land, and Hebrew is going to our national language, and we'll arrange to teach Hebrew. A dead language they managed to teach. Sanskrit was not and is not a dead language, but it is the lack of willpower of the rulers that made us to give so much importance to English. And of course, certainly it's a fact now. English is the language who has really corrected the entire nation. Forget about word. Because the moment we say Hindi, there is some movement in some part of the country. We are against Hindi. Anyway, another tragedy is that our own language we do not know properly. That's another tragedy. If I say Yakruta, we can't understand. Liver बोलेगा तो समझ आए. दूसरे और English नहीं आता. Not speak English. यकृत नहीं आता है, लिवर समझता. दिस इज अनदर ट्रेजेडी ऑफ इंडियन कल्चर. एनीवे, this is the 25th diploma in yoga therapy, natural living and naturopathy. Those who are very sad because you are already given. मॅडम, मीना मॅडम, बुवाना पण विचारा, इथं पण काही आहेत हे प्रॉस्पेक्टस, एक 25 प्रॉस्पेक्टस जे आलेत त्यांना द्यायचं. प्रॉस्पेक्टस हार्ड कॉपी. All of you have already the digital copy of prospectus. On page number 1, the aim, objective, preamble is there, that you can very well understand, and that is not condition. So we are in this prospectus reading session more concerned what are the conditions you should be aware of. And so I won't read that page number 1. It's just the aims, objectives, and then second page objectives are there. That's okay. I will straightway go on page number 3. The program, rules and regulations that you are more interested. So after going through all these, getting clarification, one can decide whether I have to continue YNTC or not. Duration 9 months from 4th August 24 to 30th April 2025. तो इस कोर्स का जो कालावधि है वो 9 महीने का है. 9 महीने के बाद डिलीवरी होगी बच्चे की. तो फ्रॉम 4th अगस्त, 4 अगस्त को चालू हो गया है और अप्रैल एंड पकड़े एट मोस्ट. थोड़ा छुट्टियां वगैरह बीच में आ गई, सैटरडे संडे को थोड़ा बहुत डिस्टर्बेंस हो गया, तो एट द मोस्ट फर्स्ट वीक ऑफ मे में आपकी एग्जाम कंप्लीट हो जाए. ऐसा तो अप्रैल में ही चालू होती है एग्जाम, लेकिन एक हाथ पेपर रह जाएगा, अदरवाइज इट इज अप्रैल एंड. डेज एंड टाइम, ऑल सैटरडे इवनिंग 6 to 8:30 एंड संडे मॉर्निंग 8 to 12. तो शाम को शनिवार को 6:30 से 8:30 और रविवार को 8 से 12. ये हमारे 4 और 2 6 घंटे वर्किंग आवर्स है. तीन ब्रांचेस है. एक है दामले योग केंद्र, माटुंगा माही में फैल सकते हैं, योग भवन वाशी में मुंबई, और तीसरा है ग्लोबल ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म. डॉक्टर्स लेक्चर्स आर कंबाइंड फॉर ऑल सेंटर्स टुगेदर, क्योंकि दो बार हम डॉक्टर को बुला नहीं सकते. एंड द स्ट्रेंथ एट वाशी and Matunga is less as compared to global. Almost 80 participants are there on global platform and very less figure officially enrolled at Washi. Of course, global friends now here also, all are not Washi enrolled. They are global, but most of the time they take the advantage of physical attending, and that's what we recommend. So far, global participants are concerned, and so far, if at all they have to attend at Washi, they are welcome all the time. If at all at Dadar, it depends, because the Matunga Damle Yog Kendra is not available all Sundays. Perhaps second Sunday, Saturday it is available, but Sunday it is not available. So it is semi-online only for them. Those who have enrolled for Dadar, many sessions will be, most of the Sunday sessions will be from home only for them. But so far Washi is concerned, space is available. We are always there. So all the global participants are always welcome to attend physically at Washi. Only thing, if it is Sunday, then we should know the numbers, because today actually we purchase more pomegranate, assuming that today being practice session, more participants, global participants will be attending physically, but comparatively, they were less. Apart from doctor's lecture, some other lectures too, faculty lectures, IVM faculty, can be combined. Okay. So, if the faculty is delivering the lecture from his home here and there, it will be delivered on the screen, and we have got very good system now. We have arranged it by mixer and all that. But still, in such case, we are going to declare prior on previous day. This lecture will be not physically delivered from your phone, but it can be from Tamle Yoken or from their residence, and then you can always decide. So, जो भी lecture फिजिकल नहीं होंगे, ऑनलाइन होंगे या वाशी में वे डिस्प्ले होंगे, प्ले होंगे, तो हम आपको बता देंगे. You can decide. Most of the time, the doctor's lecture might be from their homes, but immediately after doctor's lecture, there will be yogic lecture, and that will be here, and that's more important because you have to see the demonstrations. So, of course, it's your decision. So far, the global participants are concerned. For Vashi and Matunga, there is no option. You have enrolled for physical class, you have to attend physically only. And if you are only first case emergency, they request, okay, so and so I'm traveling, please share me the link on humanitarian ground. Since this provision is there, we may share the link, but their attendance won't be considered. तो आप यदि वाशी या माटुंगा के स्टूडेंट हो, फिजिकल स्टूडेंट हो, तो एक तो आपको लिंक मिलेगा नहीं, ऑनलाइन आप नहीं मिलेगा आपको, लेकिन एकदम कभी इमरजेंसी में आपने रिक्वेस्ट किया और आपको लिंक दिया भी, आपका अटेंडेंस कंसिडर नहीं किया जाएगा. लेकिन ग्लोबल के लिए ऐसा नहीं. जिन्होंने ग्लोबल में एडमिशन लिया वे फिजिकली किधर भी आए, माटूंगा आए, हमें वाशी आए, कंसिडर. आउट स्टेशन स्टूडेंट्स मतलब जो बहुत दूर रहते हैं. बहुत से ग्लोबल पार्टिसिपेंट्स ऐसे हैं कि वे इधर मुंबई के इर्द गिर्द रह रहे हैं, पनवेल से लेकर कुलाबा बोरीवली तक या कल्याण तक ऐसे है. तो बीच बीच में जब भी समय मिलता है, आसानी से वे फिजिकली इधर आएंगे प्रोग्राम के. लेकिन जो बहुत आउटस्कर्ट में है, आउटसाइड महाराष्ट्र, आउटसाइड इंडिया और अदर डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स ऑफ महाराष्ट्र, एवरी नाउ एंड देन visiting Vashi won't be possible for them. तो नवंबर में एक नेचुरोपैथी मीट होता है. नेचुरोपैथी मीट हो तो कर नहीं सकते ऑनलाइन. ट्रीटमेंट ऑनलाइन की जा सकती है, लेक्चर सुन सकते हो ऑनलाइन. ट्रीटमेंट इज टू बी डन, इट्स अ फर्स्ट हैंड एक्सपीरियंस. यू हैव टू डू इट, एक्सपीरियंस इट फिजिकली ओनली. तो जो भी नवंबर में एक डेट डिक्लेयर होगा, शायद ऑलरेडी टाइम टेबल में है वो 19th नवंबर समथिंग लाइक दैट, आई एम नॉट रिमेम्बरिंग. तो ऑल विल हैव टू कम हियर. जो बहुत दूर रहे, हो सकता है कि पुणे में नासिक वाले आएंगे एक दिन के, नहीं ऐसा नहीं. लेकिन बहुत दूर रहते हैं, दिल्ली में रहते हैं या आउटसाइड इंडिया रहते हैं, इट मे नॉट बी दैट फिजिबल फॉर देम. इसलिए हमने एक कैंप रखा है फेब्रुवरी में. ऑन फेब्रुवरी देयर इज अ सैटरडे संडे कॉन्फ्रेंस, जिसमें आप अपने पोस्टर्स वगैरह डिस्प्ले करेंगे. कुछ लेक्चर सीरीज होंगे, 2 days कॉन्फ्रेंस, रेजिडेंशियल, इधर ही सोने का. जो दूर रह रहे, जिनका घर नजदीक है, जाके आ सकते हैं. तो 6 बजे मेडिटेशन होगा, तो बिफोर 6 o'clock दे शुड कम हियर. So connected to that 2 days conference, another 2-3 days, because the naturopathy treatment is one compulsory. There is an ashram visit, more. Naturopathy means the treatments which can be taken at Yoga Bhavan. And ashram visit means that provision is not there at Yoga Bhavan. You have to go to visit some ashram only. Generally, we go to Badlapur, it depends. Every year it may change. So in November, we arrange that naturopathy meet here at Yoga Bhavan. And generally in February, or March, we arrange in that ashram. Now, for these people who are staying outskirts, we can't expect them to come here again and again. Or they can come, we don't mind. But that's why we have kept this 5 days camp. That they will get 2 days conference also. It's not compulsory. It means to attend physically for them is not compulsory. But if at all they are coming here, let them enjoy 5 days camp continuously, 2 days conference, so that they will be able to physically display their posters. नहीं तो उनको digital poster भेजना पड़ेगा. इधर डिस्प्ले करना और उधर सबके साथ आपके साथ बैठना, वो एक अनुभव अलग होता है, different experience. So we are giving that opportunity. One day after 2 days conference, one day will be treatments to be taken here. One day will be treatments to be taken in the ashram, and one Shank Prakshan can be done online also. But our experience is that many are not that sufficiently confident. Across the screen, instructions are there, and my confidence has gone that I am not able to follow that. But if teachers are here with me, they can boost my confidence. Likewise. So we have seen that many are, almost 70% people are nicely following the instructions and doing the Shank Prakshalan successfully. No issue. But there are some, everybody's mind is different. So for them it becomes problem. So such cases we advise them, better you do Shank Prakshalan physical rather than online. But officially speaking, you have got both options. So these are the 5 camp. Now it doesn't mean that it is compulsory. 2 days conference, as I said, it is both the options are open. Then naturopathy meet here, those treatment, and the ashram, they are compulsory to do physically. So whenever we are declaring that, if it is not possible, those who are staying outside India, as per their comfort, convenient, they might come in the month of May, for example. And they have to give 2 days. 1 day it is not possible. Because the treatment should not be exerted. It should be beneficial. So 2 days are required. Half part on previous days, another half part next day. So 2 days minimum they will require to come here. Sometimes what happens, they come in the November for 1 day, finish your course. And then later on they will come as per their, those who are staying within India or within Maharashtra. So it's your choice. But Shanka Prakshalan, naturopathy meet this treatment, ashram visit, those treatments are mandatory. Without that, you won't get certificate. You are passed in theory, passed in practical. Because theory, practical, everything can be online. But till these, even Shanka Prakshalan you can do online, agreed. But these 2 things. So all 3 are compulsory, mandatory. Shanka Prakshalan, naturopathy meet and ashram visit. Without that, one won't be getting certificate. उसका मतलब ये 5 दिन का कैंप कंपलसरी नहीं है, लेकिन इट्स अ फैसिलिटी गिवन एट आवर एंड, दोज हु आर स्टेइंग outside, even outside India, and they don't want to come again and again, and within single visit they have to enjoy many advantages. Yes, we have kept that provision. Now question, where to stay? If their relatives are there around Mumbai, they can very well stay. Okay. We don't have much residential arrangements here, but still on 4th floor where Guruji and Guru Ma used to stay, it's a flat, and we can arrange few participants, 5 to 7, depends. Or if anybody is comfortable, especially gents, we can provide this dormitory arrangement. You can get the bed, pillow, etc. Means This is possible. So it all depends on how many numbers are coming and what is the arrangement. Somebody is not coming. Oh, luxurious चाहिए. Then stay in hotel. You mind if you want to mind. You can book yourself. There are hotels. No, if you want a luxurious stay, it's your choice. Okay. तो वो दोनों वेन्यू का एड्रेस दिया है दामले योग केंद्र का, जो माटुंगा वेस्ट स्टेशन से बहुत नजदीक है, और योग भवन इधर है बस स्टॉप के नजदीक. And for global, it's online session. They'll be on Zoom platform. Medium of instruction is English. तो इस कोर्स का जो माध्यम है वो इंग्लिश है, इससे पहले हमें स्वीकार करना है. What is the eligibility and prerequisite? क्या जरूरी है? एक होता है एकेडमिक एजुकेशन और दूसरा होता है योगिक बैकग्राउंड, योगिक एजुकेशन. तो मिनिमम 12th पास, एचएस, ग्रेजुएट पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट होगा तो बहुत अच्छी बात है कि मिनिमम जो हम बोल रहे हैं 12th. और एकदम इंग्लिश मीडियम में एसएससी हुआ, इंग्लिश इज गुड, देन इवन 10th दैट एसएससी इज एक्सेप्टेड एज एक्सेप्शनल. योग रिलेटेड क्या है कि योग विद्या निकेतन का जो YTTC है, योग टीचर्स ट्रेनिंग कोर्स, डिप्लोमा इन योगिक एजुकेशन, इट्स अराउंड 360 आवर्स कोर्स. मैंने कल बात है 9 मंथ कोर्स है, सॉरी 10.5 मंथ अपना YTTC. उसके सब्जेक्ट्स बताया मैंने. योगिक साइंस तो है, मोर अप्रोच प्रैक्टिकल रादर देन फिलोसॉफिकल, वो भी मैंने बताया. एनाटॉमी एंड फिजियोलॉजी, योगिक एजुकेशन, आई मीन एजुकेशनल साइकोलॉजी, 3 lessons. PPW, that is practical pleasure workshop, then 1 month internship, that is summer course. ये इस प्रकार का उसका फॉर्मेट है. So a equivalent course of other institute can be also considered as eligible for undergoing this. तो equivalent होना चाहिए. Exactly 100% नहीं होगा, you can agree, but somewhere ये सब elements, ये component उसमें होने चाहिए. We got one monthly bulletin known as Yoga Varta, and it was the hard copy was available actually. But what happens in 1921, Guruji passed away, and he was the editor, and the cost of postage is too high. So we got one facility from the General Post Office that on particular day, say 16th of every month, post. That was the provision given to us. Then with just 25 paisa or without any stamp, it will be delivered anywhere in India. That was the facility. But now, since instead of Guruji now, or Sridhar Bharat sir is editor, now that title changes, कानून जो होता है गवर्नमेंट में बोलते हैं कानून गधा होता है. लॉ इज लाइक अ डंकी. तो आजू बाजू का समझता नहीं है. तो नाम बदला मतलब टाइटल बदला, नो, योर रजिस्ट्रेशन इज कैंसल्ड, दैट इज द रूल. एंड नाउ changing the name and getting the registration is the government issues very, and we are not full-fledged or full-time servants. Nobody is employee in Yogi Vidyaniketan. We are activists. We are, as a social service, we are doing this entire work. Everybody has got their own mode of other bread and butter. Somebody doing some business or job, service, whatever it is. And so, after giving so many fixed hours as a service to Vidyaniketan per week, it's very difficult, to go behind the government and all that. So somehow it is pending, and that's why right now only digital copy is being, published. But let us hope one or the other day we'll get that permission, and then we will be starting printing the hard copy again. And you will be getting that delivery to your residence. So our YTTC holders, along with that whatever fee they are paying, 5 years योग वार्ता मेंबरशिप देके 5 बरस का सभासद उनको उनका अपने आप मिलता है। 1 बरस तो उनका गया अभी और 4 बाकी है। 4 होने के बाद वापस 500 रुपीज फॉर 5 years देके मेंबरशिप को एक्सटेंड करना पड़ेगा। Now those who had done YTTC in other institutes, they don't have that membership, so they have to pay that extra 500 for another 500 years. They will be members. So right now it's not hard to pay, agree, but I hope within a couple of years or 1 year, if you get that membership, I mean registration back, then you'll be getting hard copy delivered at your home through post. So those 500 extra, because as you know, that point will come regarding the fee. Photocopy of mark sheet, certificate of diploma course, and highest educational qualification, and one passport size photo used to be. One form is already, I think, submitted. Many of you have submitted that, because the highest educational qualification, we have seen that minimum is 12. If somebody is graduate, postgraduate, he or she need not submit the graduation or 12th certificate, isn't it? That is understood. So highest education certificate should be that academic education and yogic, whatever it is. It's, you know, mark sheet and certificate. Both through mark sheet we can make out what all subjects are dealt with. Now coming to fees. Dadar Vashi. Dadar means actually now it is Tamle Yog and Matunga area. It's a physical both. 20,000 is the fee for the entire course. And for global, it is 25,000. The first installment is during the enrollment. This process has started long back in the month of May itself, 3rd week of May. Now, those who are taking and enrolling very recently, they find immediately after first installment, there is second installment. Yes, because on inauguration day, you are supposed to pay the entire fee. Inauguration was on 4th August. So, the second installment, second and last, is already due in all of you. Some of you are already paid because we have shared the link. Links are different. Enrollment link is different. And the link for paying the second installment, second and last, is different. Obviously, for Dadar and Vashi, it is 10,000 and 10,000. Global, it is 10,000 and second installment is 15,000. 15,000. So, still that enrollment is going on. Some Vashi are shifting to global and vice versa. That process is going on. So, I hope after today, by tomorrow, it will be settled down. And once again, I will be sharing that second installment link, and you have to pay it immediately. Exam fees. 70% attendance is compulsory. And after 15th March, we will be declaring, yes, you are eligible, or you are not eligible because you have not completed the required, attendance. So if you completed, you will be asked to pay 500 rupees as exam. So before the commencement of the course, entire fees to be paid. So that is the structure. Now, what this fee includes? If you are attending physically, although you are global student, but if you are whenever on whichever Sunday you are attending physically, fruit breakfast will be provided to you. And we have 2 fruit breakfasts break. Because after fruit, within an hour, one feels hungry because it's not vada pav. You will feel that in diet lecture, we discuss those symptoms, how that issue, how the different food items are different from each other, how it works. And so while going, it will be around 12 noon, you'll be again very hungry and you have to reach your home, whatever, Panvel and Borivali, whatever. So once again, we'll be giving you second slot of fruits. Today we had served pomegranate, and while going, you will get safed elaichi, banana. Okay, couple of banana. So it includes this fruit breakfast. On certain occasion, there will be lunch also. For example, naturopathy meet here. After taking treatments, we'll be given lunch. You can go home. On 2 days conference, 2 days entire breakfast, lunch, then the dinner, and again second day breakfast. We give lemon shot also. Likewise. Apart from that, the study material that we provide. So all this is included under this fees. Indian Yoga Association has one course, ACCY, means it is Advanced Certification Course in Yoga. Advanced Certification Course in Yoga, 500 hours. What are our TTC hours, I said? 360 around, plus or minus. Means we are not eligible for that certification. Accreditation, I mean. This course, YNTC, is more than 200, around 250, plus or minus. It means it become more than 600, means we are very, very much eligible for that accreditation. So we have got accreditation with Indian Yoga Association by paying 2,000 rupees after your results. अभी नहीं, अभी लेते भी नहीं हो. Provided one is passed in YNTC, you are eligible to get, without doing anything, one more certificate. You are not to do anything, no exam, no separate study, because already you have completed some more than 600 hours yoga, yoga naturopathy is field. So you will be automatically eligible. That's what is my accreditation. We are accredited with Indian Yoga Association. So just by paying 2,000 rupees, you will be getting this ACCOI, Advanced Certification Course in Yoga of Indian Yoga Association. And that includes professional membership of IYA, which itself costs otherwise 1,000 rupees. It's a bonus they are giving you. So they are the advantages. Of course, it is optional. Somebody say, oh, neither I want to pay 2,000 rupees, nor I want that additional certificate. Uniform. Black color pen with grey narrow piping and grey color t-shirt with Vivian logo is uniform for washi. And same thing, only thing, instead of grey color t-shirt, it's navy blue color. Oh, it's collar, that is important. It's collar, not round neck. Is the uniform for global. Now, what has happened is that those global 47th TTC holders have got enrolled to global 25th YNTC, no issue. But if at all they are shifting to washi, they will have to go for additional grey color t-shirt, or vice versa. Those who are enrolled for washi, now they want to shift for global, they will have to arrange the navy blue color T-shirt with the logo. Okay. So I will share I have already shared those who were enrolled prior. Again, recently those who are enrolled, uh, I will just once again post that, share that. You can contact the vendor and get it. Sometimes she comes here also. Some weather, many people, the free size is okay for them. Medium, large, extra large nowadays. Or number, 38, 40, 40. But some body are not average. They are special. हाइट में लिया तो ब्रेड्थ में होता नहीं, और ब्रेड्थ में लिया तो हाइट में होता नहीं, जरा अनयूजुअल, deviated from the average body structure. So they need a tailor-made costume, and that ready-made costume won't work for them for a particular structure of the body. Then they can very well contact her, get it done. So we are nowhere in between. It's in between that vendor and you. Okay. Now, our outskirt participants, those who are staying within India, they already got that dress by courier, or whenever we are going to courier them the study material during that time, along with because that dress will come to us, and then along with this we can, in a single courier, we can send them. But separately also she is couriering, that's what I have known. But for all this, in order to get the literature, you should pay entire fee. Supposing in the month of August end, we are going to dispatch the study material. So you have to ensure that you have paid both the installments of fees. And those who are staying outskirts, not even outside India, I would say. And up to India, we can make out. Courier charge is not that high. But outside India, shipping charge is very high. So for them, we have kept one provision that for books and all that, if at all they themselves or their family members or relative, friends, somebody is coming to India, not necessarily Mumbai, any city in India, we can courier if they give the proper address and they can, carry. That can be one provision. And if they want the uniform with YVN logo, that also they can arrange. It's their choice. But otherwise, not necessary that you have to wear uniform with logo of YVN. What is the provision? Black color pant and navy blue color with collar t-shirt. Anywhere we can arrange it, no? Wherever we are outside India. So that's the provision. Now, mandatory activities, as I said, one day naturopathy meet. It's actually a half day. After lunch, you can go. Somewhere in November, it is already declared, the timetable. The copy of timetable was already delivered. But now those who have enrolled very recently in this week, once again, we will share it. One day naturopathy ashram visit, as I said. Then Shankha Prakshala. So these are the three activities which are mandatory. Without that, your course won't be completed. You won't be getting the certificate. As such, all activities are compulsory. But compulsory in the sense, if you do not do that, your performance mark will be reduced, obviously. But you will get the certificate. But these are the three activities we say mandatory in that sense that without that you are not eligible to get the certificate. That's the only difference. Otherwise, all activities are mandatory. You are supposed to, and don't take it as a burden. Oh, ये करने के लिए करना पड़ता है. Then मजा नहीं आएगा उसमें. You have to just enjoy that going through that journey. Whatever you are supposed to do, you just enjoy. Then it is. That's more important. That's what is expected. Without taking any burden. Supposing we might be having two program of Shankha Prakshala as a part of this program. physical, online, sometimes it is parallel. And our declared program of Shankar Prakshalan is over 2 times or 3 times, depends. And somebody could not do, not a single time, every time they face some problem. And that Shankar Prakshalan is remaining. Then, sometimes we have paid workshops for general public. Shankar Prakshalan workshop conduct here, offline, online, parallel. And whether now somebody whose Shankar Prakshalan is pending, they want to complete it online or offline, its fee is 500 rupees. So it is arranged for other public. You are given as a part of the fee of point C. It was free to you, but there are slots. First slot was there, second slot was there, third might be there, may not be there, but there was the official slot which you could not avail the facility. And now that facility is not available to you. You have to pay 500 rupees and complete that. So whether it is free facility within our schedule or outside by paying 500, but unless you undergo Shankar Prakshalan, you won't get certificate. Supposing in the month of August, first Sunday, generally results are over, and तब तक आप शंकर प्रक्षालन नहीं कर पाए, don't worry, your result is withheld. तो अक्टूबर में आके आपने शंकर कर दिया, तो आपको सर्टिफिकेट अक्टूबर में मिलेगा. That's what it is. Activities which are counted in overall performance. Actually, the mark list we are going to see later, but one of them is overall performance, 200 marks. What are the different activities? What does it mean actually? It is not just to give you the marks. There are some criteria for that. Those who have done YTTC or YBN, they know there is something like performance card, isn't it? Timely submission of different, whatever. So many aspects there in YTTC. Similarly, there are activities in YTTC. All are done regularly, timely, with keen interest. Then automatically you attract more and more marks. It is not we are giving you marks. Actually, you are gaining the marks. बहुत लोग पूछते हैं मुझे क्यों फेल किया? मैं इधर फेल करने के लिए थोड़ा हूँ, मैं तो पास करने के लिए हूँ. I would be the happiest person if the result is 100%. So it's credit to me. तो हम फेल नहीं करते हैं, फेल आप होते हो. You are getting failed. We are not failing. We are here not to fail, but rather to pass. But we could not pass you. Got it ना? हम गलत शब्द का इस्तेमाल करते हैं. मुझे फेल कर दिया है, क्यों फेल करेंगे भाई? कौन? You have got failed, not you are failed by somebody. So what are these different aspects that will attract this overall performance? Regularly attending all the faculty lecture, doctor lecture, whatever you have to learn. And there are practice sessions. Practice sessions. So anything we have to solve. Weightage. Very important for our online friends. You have joined the meeting. You are 2 hours, 4 hours. Camera is off. You are absent for us. Yeah. I mean that. Because you have joined meeting. And the proof that you attended this session. Anybody will join. So don't think that is the advantage of global. No, that's not so. You are joining the online meeting with camera on, keenly attending, then only it is considered that you are attending, number one. Number two, your name should be written fully. Yesterday also I had told that, again I am repeating. Shortly we'll be giving you roll number also. So roll number and then name. For example, Pingla is your group. P is the short form for Pingla. P10. So in Pingla group, your roll number is 10. P10 and then name. So name should be full. not just first name. Because there are so many, as I gave example yesterday. So many Nisha, so many Nikita, so many Neha. So proper full name, then only we'll know, yes, you are this person and you are attended. Because Zoom will directly, automatically register your attendance. So unless you join the meeting with proper name, your attendance is not registered. Second thing, while joining the meeting itself, you have to write that. वो आता है ना, हाँ, लिखने का, then easy. After joining the meeting, sometimes you get the option. Click करेगा तो pin rename ऐसा आता है. Then you can clicking rename, you can rename. But I don't know how this Zoom works sometimes. It doesn't give the option of rename. It gives option of only pin. तो क्या करोगे? फंस गए ना? So as far as possible, don't wait for that situation. While joining itself, join with your roll number and name. And in worst case, then you have to request your teachers. Please, because they are co-host. Please, they can rename you. Please rename me. But every now and then, don't disturb your teachers. As far as possible, वो नौबत आने को मत दीजिए आप इस प्रकार के. आप मीटिंग ज्वाइन करते हुए नाम नाम से नंबर से ज्वाइन करें. So this is very important to register the attendance. Then attending the annual conference of 2 days. And so it's a one, two different terminologies are there. In the month of January, a 1 day conference is organized. And that also you have to attend from morning to evening. Different sessions are there, lectures are there, experts. You'll be provided breakfast, lunch, as I said. 2 days conference, residential stay, that's it. In 2 days conference, you have to submit posters, 2 posters, one related to yoga therapy, another related to naturopathy, and display that. Everything will be guided, don't worry. But the activities are compulsory, and for that, marks are there. If you submit, a particular quantum of marks will be there. And if you win, your poster is declared as, first rank or second rank, then you will attract even additional marks. Assignment, lot of marks are there. We'll share you later on how the bifurcation of these marks are there. So assignment you have to submit. So whether you have submitted the assignment in time, you will get certain marks. Then depending on the content of your assignment, you will get certain marks. ये सब होता है इकट्ठा इसके. Whenever there are events, just like other day, last Sunday, inauguration was there. That's one function. Next Sunday, there will be Kriya demonstration. It's combined for TTC as well as YTTC as well as YNTC. If you wish, you can write a report. How the reports are coming on the newspaper, no? So Yoga Varta is a bulletin. You can write your name, and then if selected, your report will be published in Yoga Varta. So as you submit a report, you get certain marks. And as your report is selected as best one and having got published in Yoga Varta, you will get certain additional marks. प्रकार से ये सब पूरे एक्टिविटी जो बरस भर है उसके ऊपर आपको इस परफॉर्मेंस कार्ड में क्या मिलते हैं, मार्क्स मिलते हैं. ऐसा जनरसली वे दिए नहीं जाते हैं. एक्चुअली यू आर गेनिंग दोज मार्क्स रादर देन वी जस्ट गिविंग यू द मार्क्स. दैट्स द करेक्ट टर्मिनोलॉजी. So you have to gain the marks. In other words, the entire year, somewhere you will be under CCTV vigilance. Are you coming early? Helping to spread the carpet, opening the window, while going back, फिर पतली गली से भाग रहे हैं क्या? होता है कभी कभी। एक तो ऐसा मेरी ट्रेन, मेरी लोकल ए टाइम की है, अंडरस्टैंड, they accept that. We do not mean that we should miss the train. We don't say. But then you won't be deserving to get those. This is Hatha Yoga and that is Karma Yoga. Those Karma Yoga marks you will not be getting, obviously. So those who are waiting, holding the carpet, see that okay, all the lights are put off, fans are put off, the windows are closed, all this will be under vigilance. All these activities, your total behavior, your total being toward this 9 month course will be addressed to the total performance. Now coming to the rules and regulations, 70% attendance is compulsory. If attendance is less than 70%, you are not eligible to attempt final exam. And then next year, you have to attend 1.5 times more days. This time I am falling short of 6 days. So next year, 9 days I have to attend in 26 to 96. And then I will be eligible for exam next year. So I will be giving my exam along with my 26 YNTC friends. Got it? It is well understood. To be on a safer side, we have stated that some of the rules and regulations may change from time to time. So that will be binding to you. That's okay, that's understood. Results will be declared on next course inauguration, first Sunday of August 2025. If you are doubtful, okay, I had solved paper so nicely and how come I got so less marks? Then there is provision. You can pay 100 rupees per paper and give application that I want to recheck my paper. So that facility is within 1 month after the results, both during midterm and final exam. Because in midterm and final exam, you are supposed to pass separately. फाइनल में आपने ज्यादा स्कोर किया, मिड टर्म में हो गए, दोनों मिलके हो रहा है मेरा, नहीं, because the portion is different. YTTC are different. Let me clear those who have done YTTC to IVN. YTTC, the weightage of midterm exam or it is on mid 20 marks, 20%, and final was 80%. So that's the difference, 80 and 20. Number one, number two, portion of say, but in YTTC it's not like that. Some chapters are common in both midterm and final exam, but many chapters are different. You declare what is the portion for midterm exam, what is the portion for final exam, well in advance. So you need to pass separately. So if you are failing in midterm exam, same paper, and you got good score, not only pass, good score in the same paper in the same subject, in final exam, your result is failed. You have to attempt next midterm exam, not final exam. इसमें पास हो इसको नहीं अटेम्प्ट करना है. सो मिड टर्म एग्जाम आप दिसंबर में अटेम्प्ट करोगे, पास हो जाओगे, तब जाके फरवरी में आपको क्या मिलेगा, आपका मार्क लिस्ट और रिजल्ट मिलेगा. तो यू हैव टू सेपरेटली पास इन मिड टर्म एज वेल एज फाइनल एग्जाम. तो मिड टर्म में और फाइनल एग्जाम में पोर्शन बहुत हद तक अलग है, लिटिल एक्सेप्शन व्हिच इज कॉमन. आपको अलग अलग पास होना पड़ेगा. मिड टर्म में पास होना है अलग, और उसी सब्जेक्ट में फाइनल में पास होना है. फाइनल में बहुत मार्क मिले, दोनों जोड़ के हो जाता है 50%, तो मैं पास. ऐसा नहीं है, आपको मिड टर्म एग्जाम वापस देना पड़ेगा. फाइनल में आप पास हो तो नो इश्यू. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड. For every paper recheck, you have to pay 100 rupees within 1 month after result. So midterm results are over, say around January or February. Within 1 month, you have to recheck. If at all you are failed or you have got less mark in particular subject. And final later. So two things are different. And generally we prepare a young student group for that, but otherwise it's your responsibility. If your midterm paper is remaining, one paper is remaining, we may not remember. So you have to also remember. You have to somewhere in November or so, you should contact, or even prior, be in contact. So I am paying 100 rupees. I want to attempt this midterm paper. One paper is remaining. Likewise, as the case might. And for that also, again, 100 rupees per event, per paper, or suppose practical mark, practical exam we had failed, or somehow could not, somehow you could not give practical exam. बाकी सब दिया हो गया problem. So again and again we are not giving. That will be taken next year also. And at that time, you have to pay again 100 rupees extra. It's a small application. My exam was remaining. I am paying 100 rupees and please take my exam. Like that. For every event which is pending, 100 rupees. Only 2 attempts are allowed. एक बार फेल हो गए और एक बार आ गए और एक बार आ गए, मतलब 1+2 हो गया ना. बाद में no third attempt. So you have to once again pay the entire fee and join the next course, regular course. ITTC also similar with that. If patient is there, he is already under the treatment of doctor, then we are not doctor, isn't it? We are therapists, not our trained therapists. So with the supervision of that doctor only, you have to handle that patient, you have to treat him. जो भी उनको एक्चुअल ट्रीट शब्द भी गलत है, हम सीखेंगे अभी. A yoga therapist or a yoga teacher do not treat but teach. We are not doctors to treat. Anyway, that will be covered in coming lectures. Now, faculties, there will be 8 systems, 4 in the first term, 4 in the second term. In first term, it is digestive system, musculoskeletal system, respiratory system, and circulatory system. Once again, revision of the anatomy and physiology, which we have already done in YTC, but once again, revision, and main focus is with that respect, with that structure and function. If there is abnormality or disorders, diseases, just to be aware about that. We are not concerned with their treatment. Neither we are concerned with allopathic medicine, nor concerned with surgery and all that. But just to know, according to that science, spondylosis, what does it mean by spondylosis? Arthritis, diabetes, what it is. Yoga can have its own approach. That is a different thing. But to know, be aware about the order. Under this 4 system, in next term, it will be nervous system, endocrine system, reproductive system, and gerontology. It's not a system. Pediatrics means छोटे बच्चे का, और geriatrics बोलेगा तो सीनियर लोगों का, बूढ़े लोगों का. तो ऐसे 8 systems है. So every medical expert will be giving lecture on the, medical doctor will be delivering lecture on medical aspect of that is the revision of anatomy, physiology related to that, what are the diseases, and the diagnostic modality available. That's all. You are not concerned with the modern medicine treatment. And then there will be next lecture by YVN faculty, where how yoga and naturopathy can help in this situation. Now coming to syllabus. Paper 1 is yogic aspect. First of all, one is with respect to those systems those diseases. What are the yogic course, yogic practices? That is one part. And prior to that, in general, what is the yogic approach? Yogic approach is that perspective is different from that of medical science. So it will include history and basic principles of yogic therapy. In YTTC, we had already one lecture on concept of yoga therapy. Do you remember at the end, somewhere in March? So same principles will be once again repeated. What is the approach of yoga therapy? History, basic principles, limitation of every system can have limitation. So limitation of yogic therapy. Common disease disorders related to various system. अभी मैंने बोल दिया. Counseling, there are two types of counseling. One is psychological counseling and another is yogic counseling. So generally in first, we won't say semester because it is semi-semester system. Semi-semester. What does it mean? Some portions are common in both first term and second term, but some are different. So that way it is semester system. But with respect to the common, we can't call it absolute semester system. So it is semi-semester system. So the best way to say first term and second term, rather than first semester, second semester. So in first term, it is psychological counseling, and in second term, it will be yogic counseling. So we should be aware about both these things to deal with patients or people, our students, let us say, who are suffering from the problem. For us, they are not patients. For doctor, they are patients. For us, they are students only. Because we are not treaters, we are teachers. The teacher, opposite will be टीचर के सामने कौन होता है? स्टूडेंट होता है. हाँ, कंडक्टर के सामने या टैक्सी वाले के सामने कौन होता है? पैसेंजर होता है. डॉक्टर के सामने पेशेंट होता है. दुकान वाले के सामने क्लाइंट या कस्टमर होता है. बराबर है. हाँ, तो एक चेंजेस. काउंसलर है, क्लाइंट होता है उसके साथ, या टैक्स कंसल्टेंट है, सामने क्लाइंट होता है. तो हमारे सामने जो होता है वो पेशेंट नहीं है, हमारे लिए वो स्टूडेंट है, क्योंकि हम डॉक्टर नहीं है, हम ट्रीटर नहीं है, हम टीचर है, योग टीचर. We are not treating anybody. We are teaching to how to get healed thyself. That is the power of yoga. Yoga is something considered self-healing. So our only duty is to guide them, get them healed themselves. Entire healing, self-healing program is within them. What I said on the inauguration day, that potency, inner potency, immunity and healing and whatever word, homeostasis, whatever word term we try to use. So it is the counseling, two types of counseling. Concept of Panchakosha in yoga therapy, it is very, very important. Totally different concept, unlike the medical science. Klesh and Vritti, described by Maharishi Patanjali. That's how disease are related to that. Unfortunately, medical science is concerned with the symptom. It's a symptomology. Basically, symptom को कैसे दबाने का वैसा ट्रीटमेंट है वो. But symptoms are secondary as per the yogic science. First of all, your being is important. It is not doing yoga, but being yogic is important. That's why your behavior is important. All are the root cause of diseases. So you have to not deal with the symptom. उसको वो हम काम नहीं करेंगे दबाने का, वो एलोपैथी डॉक्टर करेंगे. हम किधर जाएंगे? रूट ऑफ द डिजीज. You have to change. It is not treating the diseases, but the disease. The person has to be dealt with. That is the power of yoga and naturopathy. That is what is known as holistic approach, integrated approach. And medical science is a disintegrated approach. Right? That's why the limitations are there. Very clear what exactly we are dealing with. And so it's the concept of Panchakosha and Klesha, Vritti, their relevance in yogic therapy, natural living and naturopathy. Means in yogic therapy, natural living and naturopathy. I am talking about Klesha and okay. Paper 2. It's again obviously 100 marks paper, but it is 50-50. 50 marks in first term, 50 marks in second term. Now medical aspect. Basic knowledge of various systems of human body and some of the important common disorders. तो जैसे system हमने anatomy physiology में YTTC के दौरान भी सीखा था वही रिपीटेशन होगा, ये सब सिस्टम मैंने बताया. बट नाउ level is elements. What are the abnormalities in the function? That is physiology, and abnormalities in the structure, that is anatomy. We have learned basic anatomy and physiology, and now the abnormality, etiology of the disease. क्या हो रहा है उसके अंदर? ये disease मतलब क्या? That's all we have to understand. Otherwise, we are not concerned. Medical approach, we will have our own yogic therapy and naturopathy approach. Apart from that, health parameters, basic of health parameters, various clinical, radiological, medical imaging tests, brief, just to get aware of it. We are not radiologists. Third paper is Natural Living and Naturopathy, paper 1 and paper 2. So both the syllabus is given together. How the portion is divided, you'll know well before exam. What is the portion in paper 1 and what is the portion is paper 2. History and basic principles of natural living and naturopathy. Limitation of natural living and naturopathy. Practical approach. Basic concept of Pancha Mahabhuta. That's the base in the naturopathy. Pancha Mahabhuta. The Prithvi, Jala, Agni, Vayu, Akash. And their application in naturopathy, natural living. Then actually it's an Ayurvedic concept, Ahar, Vihan, Nidra, the triformula of health. That's also very important here. It is a lifestyle, physical health. So diet and fasting. In 2016, one Japanese scientist got Nobel on autophagy. How the significance of fasting. So we understand. And there is an important mode of treatment for us, being naturopathist. Fasting. Langanam Paramaushadhi. That's what it is said in India. That fasting is the superior most medicine. How to go about that? We'll learn. We'll do ourselves first. Because that is most important in yoga therapy and naturopathy. A cardiologist who has never got a heart attack, but he can treat a heart patient. Are you with me? But a yoga therapist who is prescribing yoga, he can't prescribe unless he practices. मैंने जल नीति कभी नहीं की और सामने कहा साइनसाइटिस है क्या, जल नीति करो ना, क्या करो? Do it yourself. Have a first-hand experience. Otherwise, you are not eligible to recommend others. ये difference है medical science of yoga therapy naturopathy का. A little basic of Ayurveda concepts, because the naturopathy and Ayurveda, they are much allied, much nearer. There are some differences. Just to get exposed to what the approach is there of Ayurveda toward the health, which is different from the modern medicine, but comparatively bit closer to naturopathy, not exactly. Natural living during acute disease is another important chapter. Because the doctrine of naturopathy is all poisons are responsible for diseases, number one. And there is the inner potency. When the poison accumulation passes a threshold value, body itself decides to detoxify. Something like that. And that is the inner healing. That is the homeostasis. That is the inner immunity. That's the inner potency. If that potency is high, we get those acute diseases, cold, fever, flu emotion. Don't consider them as diseases. They are healing crisis. They are crisis, but with good intention they are created by the body. It is not that the bacteria have attacked your body, but bacteria are invited by the body. थोड़ा हजम होना मुश्किल है. क्योंकि हमें गलत अभी तक सिखाया गया है मेडिकल साइंस। हाँ, दे हैव इन्फेक्टेड यू, तो उनको मारना है, क्या यूज करके? केमिकल एंटीबायोटिक्स। आपने बेसिक फिजियोलॉजी यदि सीखा होगा, फिजियोलॉजी ऑफ बैक्टीरियल सेल, फिजियोलॉजी ऑफ योर अमीबा सेल, physiology of our cell, and physiology of the entire body. Every cellular physiology is common. So for Earth is common. If there is any extraterrestrial life, it might be different. I don't know. We don't know yet. But at least on Earth, physiology is same. If antibiotics is a poison, it is killer for the bacteria. Do you feel that it's a vitamin for your cells? It's a slow poison for you. So that is not the right path to deal with the diseases. They are not our enemies. They are our friends. They are our friends. So whenever you get a cold, you get a fever. Oh, Mother Nature, thank you so much that today you have given me cold. Today you have given me fever. Because my body has started detoxifying. So don't suppress by using the medicine. Very important doctrine. My falciparum malaria is cured. My COVID-19 is cured only by fasting, without taking any medicine. So I am not just discussing the theory. After experiencing only, I am preaching it. But so that's another important topic. That is natural living during exercise. Don't suppress it, but fast. Fast and rest is the best medicine. So that guideline will get to that. Then some, art of massage. You know, massage to the others and massage getting self auto massage. Then some additional, because we got a musculoskeletal system. All the problems are there, and there's a limitation in that, 2 hours. You can't cover all. So the special additional practices for neck and knee, we are dealing with separate. So the apart from the musculoskeletal practices, the additional practices for knee pain and neck pain, homemade remedies for living healthy naturally. We have got on botanist, she nicely guides, different होम मेडिसिन. पहले आजीबाई का बटवा बोलो तो घर में होता था. You have lost that culture, unfortunately, and you are behind allopathic medicine. So how the home, whether it is tulsi or ginger or lasan or turmeric and whatnot, big list, how so helpful they are. What are their medicinal values? Vanaushadhi जिसको बोलते हैं, lecture will be there. Simple therapeutic physical exercise is a term गलत है, रह गया, उसको निकालना था एक्चुअली. It's a संधि चालन क्रिया. So to delete that term. संधि चालन क्रिया, सूर्य नमस्कार. I told yesterday that we are not against Surya Namaskar, but Surya Namaskar should be done as Surya Namaskar. Under the Yogasana, we don't want to do Surya Namaskar. Separate category. It is highly advantageous. What are its principles? According to its principle, Surya Namaskar. Walking and brisk walk. Normal walking and a brisk walk, how it differs. We will give a short lecture, and actually on the 2 days conference, we will take to mini show, which is around 3 किलोमीटर. कितना है? पश्चिम में जो रहते हैं उनको मालूम है. 2.5. ओके, तो 2 राउंड लगाए हुए तो 5 किलोमीटर हो जाएगा. जिनको नहीं जमता है तो 1 ही राउंड लगाइए as per capacity. So we'll do that by taking lemon shot. We'll go early in the morning for meditation. So all this is included. Then efficacy of integrated approach of yoga therapy. That's very important. This is already integrated what we had discussed till now. Okay. And prevention is better than cure. That's very important funda. So for yoga and naturopathy approach is concerned. Now it is the 4 papers are over now, isn't it? And 5th paper is the previously there used to be oral exam. Instead of that, there will be 5th paper, integrated therapy. Both the principles of naturopathy and yoga therapy will be part of that. We will tell you what is the portion. Previously there used to be oral. Now we have gone for written exam only. Now, yogic therapy, that is practical, actually doing. So in first term, 4 systems are there. There yogic practices. In second term, another 4 systems are there. But Surya Namaskar might be common. Sandhi Chalan Kriya might be common. So that's coming under the yogic practical, what you call yogic therapy practice. Also, simple yogic kriyas, Shuddhi kriyas, Shankha Prakshalan, all coming under that. In YBN's YTTC, if you get a good score in the 4 graded course and got failed in Kriya, total result is failed. Because you have to separately pass in Kriya and yogic practices, other yogic practices. But good news for you in YTTC. It is together. So somebody is not doing Kriya, but doing other practices. So he or she has got very good chances to pass. They won't fail. But if you have a good score, yes. And forget about score, yeah. The basic funda is that poison accumulation is the sole reason for disease. Then how can it try Shuddhi Kriya, such a beautiful technology given to us by great yogis, Hatha yogis. It's a contribution of Hatha yoga. So we should, and that COVID-19, I said daily I was doing Woman and Sikram for continuous 10 days, and that made me get cured without any complication. Easy. ऑक्सीमीटर लगा दिया, आज 92 हो गया, कल 82 हो गया, उसका ब्लड प्रेशर नीचे आ गया. एक ग्लिम्स है, एक गिमिक है, क्योंकि अब साइकोलॉजिकल आपको क्या कर रहे हैं, मोरली डाउन कर रहे हैं. जब बोला कि अरे आज 82% हो गया, हॉस्पिटल में जाना, कौन आप बोल पाओगे ना, घर वाले बोल पाएंगे, जाओ हॉस्पिटल में लेके जाओ, अपोलो में लेके जाओ, लाखों रुपया बिल को. कितना लूटा कोविड-19 के समय, सबको मालूम है. Anyway, that's not my topic. Now, examination, theory and practical, midterm, written and practical exam, December 2024. Already आपको टाइम टेबल मिला है, पहले जिन्होंने किया, और फाइनल एग्जाम ऐसा अप्रैल में होता है. The second term timetable, it is already written that it is reopening on which date in January? Right now I don't have hard copy. Already we have declared. Now before 4th January, we will be preparing, declaring the second term timetable. Well, in advance hota hai apna. That's a discipline. I think yoga discipline is important. Doing शीर्षासन, मयूरासन जरूरी नहीं है, सबको नहीं जमने वाला. The yogic discipline, that message if you carry, I think that is the weightage. Then the intention of this entire course third. Whenever for any program, if Guruji is called, he is to be there 20 minutes prior. कभी-कभी मजाक से घर वाले इससे आप क्या कारपेट स्प्रेड करने के लिए जा रहे हो? इतने जल्दी क्यों जा रहे हो? आपका लेक्चर है, आपको किधर कारपेट स्प्रेड करना है? That was this way. I should not be late for others. Indians have least importance of time importance, for example. Unfortunately, anyway, time is very important. Time is precious. Discipline. 6:30 बोलोगे तो 6:30 प्रेयर चालू होना चाहिए. 8:30 बोलोगे तो 8:30 ओंकार होके जय हिंद जय महाराष्ट्र होना चाहिए. That's the discipline. शीर्षासन, मयूरासन सेकेंडरी. ये सीखना चाहिए पहले. That is yoga. The very first sutra of Maharishi Patanjali is Atha Yoganuशासनम. Yoga is the Anushasana. Yoga is the discipline. Now the page number 10 is marks distribution. Theory, written exam, as I said, paper 1, yogic aspect, 50 midterm, 50 final, totally 100. Separately you have to score 25 and 25. 50% mark, na? Passing mark, both practical and theory. In YTTC for some subjects is 40%. Lessons and anatomy, physiology, education, psychology, is 40%. But here all subjects passing marks are 50%. So medical aspect, again 50-50. Natural living and naturopathy, paper 1, 50-50. Paper 2, 50-50. And integrated therapy for the first time. Last year it was oral exam. Same is written. Same thing. Portion will be same. फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. Practical 100 in midterm, 100 in final exam, and overall performance again 100. So 200 हो जाएगा. But actually we may distribute it. It may come to 90 and 110. It's okay. After all, it's same thing. In first term it can be 90, and second term it can be 110. थोड़ा adjustment होगी आगे. Don't worry about that. You are not much concerned with that. Total will be 200. But every time you have to pass separately. That is there. 50% mark. So you know the total. Overall performance covers attendance, participation in activities at naturopathy meet, 2 days annual conference, visit to naturopathy ashram, timely submission of assignment and posters for exhibition, report writing on various activities. वो पहले भी मैंने बोला था. Preparation and performance in practical session as well as क्रिया session, overall conduct जो मैंने पहले बात सब बताया, your total behavior, passing of examination, so 50% marks separately for midterm and final exam, not together. Now gradation, 75% and above districts, 60 and above, 60 to 75% first class, 50 to 60 is second class. There is no third class. अभी लोकल से भी थर्ड क्लास निकाला ना, पहले थर्ड क्लास डब्बा हुआ करता, तब आप जन्मे भी नहीं होंगे आप में से कुछ. इन लोकल देयर बी फर्स्ट क्लास, सेकंड क्लास एंड थर्ड क्लास. तो थर्ड क्लास मतलब अच्छा नहीं लगता है ना, तो फिर गवर्नमेंट ने क्या थर्ड क्लास निकाल दिया, ओनली सेकंड क्लास. देयर आर 2 क्लासेस नाउ, फर्स्ट क्लास, सेकंड क्लास. तो हमारे इधर भी 50% आर द पासिंग मार्क, तो ओनली सेकंड क्लास, नो थर्ड क्लास. इट इज फेल क्लास इन अदर वर्ड्स. बाद में एक फॉर्म दिया है मैनेजिंग बॉडी, ये कुछ पेज नंबर 16 में हमारे कुछ स्टेटमेंट के फोटोज है, फुल मड बाथ दिख रहा है आपको. ये नंगे नहीं आया because of the mud it looks as if knicker is not there, but there is mud. The entire body is, it's a full body mud bath. Then जो ऊपर दिखे क्लोरोफिल सन बाथ, मरे हुए नहीं है, they are not dead bodies. एक बार हो गया इधर फॉर लेडीज वी गिव ट्रीटमेंट देयर नवंबर, एंड बहुत जगह है ना इधर, दे दिया. हम 2 लोग बाहर थे, टीचर्स सब उधर थे, 15 लोग. 2 लोग ऐसे आ रहे थे, इतने लोग एक साथ बोलेगा तो क्या हो गया. मैं बोला कुछ नहीं हुआ, फॉरगेट अबाउट. एनीवे, on page number 18 is the certificate given by the sports department of Maharashtra government. Yoga Vidya Niketan is recognized as the special institute of education. That's why I got the 4-graded course, rather one more pre-preliminary course also to be later on designed for the very old person. So there are 5-graded course: pre-preliminary, preliminary, intermediate, pre-standard, standard. It is recognized by government of Maharashtra, and government of Maharashtra also recognized YVM and teachers to teach those 5-graded. So these are the different. There are some prizes here which you have already seen. Merit prize, it is the Vashi, Global and Dadar together. It is the highest people we get those. First rank, second rank, third rank, highest in yogi subject, highest in medical subject. Paper 1, paper 2, graded. Like check overall. There is no highest merit certificate for 100% attendance this time. Okay. Then feedback. Dr. Sonali Durve, she's a gynecologist from Thane. She had done her YTTC prior in Gantali Mitra Mandal, then done our YTTC here. So she had given her feedback. Then Dr. Amruta Shana, she is also a clinical person. She had done her course YTTC in Santa Cruz Yoga Institute. Later on, she did her YTTC here. She had given feedback. Dr. Amit Nagri, he is from Washington. He is a doctor, urologist. He did both YTTC and YTTC. And Dinesh Kumar Chaudhary is an engineer, entrepreneur, and he also did Santa Cruz Yoga Institute TTC, Yogi Niketan TTC, and again Yogi Niketan YTTC. and they have given some feedbacks. And some photos are seen when in 2004, Dr. Abdul Kalam was President of India. He felicited Nimbarkar Guruji with Padma Shri. And prior to that, when somewhere in 1996 might be, not remembering, when the Yog for Health and Peace was translated in Hindi, Swasthya ke liye Yog, when the Shankar Dayal Sharma was President of India, he visited, he gifted the book. So that's the photo. Now, if at all I have left something, so again I'm repeating, especially for our online friends. Whenever you do online, join online. It is not just joining the meeting, but attending the session. If this is camera should be off, whenever there are practical sessions, you have to practice and proper arrangement. There should be 6 feet length from the camera so that your entire body is seen. If you are joining with a mobile should be held vertically when the standing practices are there and horizontally when the lying down practices are there. You have to see if your entire body is covered by your screen, mobile screen. It means that your teacher also will be able to observe. And teacher can give you instructions, this is wrong, do it this way, that way. So it's very much required that in the practical session. And that's why the camera should be on. So one part is joining with your full name, and 2 days after we'll be giving you what you call roll number. So to join with that. Then you have to keep the camera on. Then only your attendance will be considered, and 70% attendance is compulsory. Secondly, 40 minutes, 10 minutes late is accepted. Means 6:30 class is there, evening Saturday. Up to 6:40, you will get the master to sign. After that, master won't be available. At the end, you have to approach your teacher and say, I have come at 6:45 or 7 o'clock. And the teacher will write capital L for late. And she will write the time, 7 o'clock. And she will sign herself. You can't sign later. And that will be marked as late. Okay. Same thing will happen. Our teachers will let mark in online mode also. What is important. Now, कुछ इंग्लिश में कुछ हिंदी में भी मैंने एक्सप्लेन किया है. अभी जिनको अभी भी नहीं समझा होगा वे जरूर पूछ सकते हैं. उसके पहले हम पहले वाशी वालों को एंटरटेन करेंगे कि आप घर में बैठे हो तो वाशी वालों को अपने अपने घर में जाना है. पहले एनी क्वेरी यू आर नाउ. अब ये सब सुनने के बाद आपको लगता है ये तो मुझसे होने वाला नहीं. Then you are free to leave. Will return back your money. But ऐसा एकदम नहीं छोड़ेंगे. You have to consult, you have to discuss. हमारे नितिन सर, जया मैडम है, मैं भी हूँ. सचमुच आपकी प्रॉब्लम जेन्युइन है कि हम देखें. You might be feeling that you got a problem, but it may not be a problem. So we let us confirm really genuine problem is that, then we will allow leave, no doubt. But this will give a fair idea how the entire journey is going to be. Very beautiful practical course, highly useful. So I will request you, all of you, do it, and those friends who are not yet enrolled, prepare your mind to enroll. So this time, yesterday and today, it was just revision, what we learned in white. The actual white disease portion will start next Saturday onwards. So prior to that, you complete your enrollment, and those who are not paid the second installment, do that also. Okay. So any query, Washi friend? Yes. Not necessary everybody. Those who are staying nearby, they can go home and sleep. 6 o'clock, supposing meditation session is there. So they have to see that before 6 o'clock they should be here. That's all. But those who are staying Mumbai and outside, will be giving the arrangement here, dormitory arrangement.
Sir,
Or kuch? Yeah.
Sir, 1 minute.
1 minute. Huh? Online friends, just wait for some time. I didn't get the point. No. Yogic therapy is for the patients. Is it very light practices? So you would have, many of you would have lost marks in final P4 exam because you are not able to deal with Shirshasana and Mayurasana and Navli and all. ये सब नहीं रहेंगे. No standard practices. Today we have took the standard course practice just to, know, revise what you have learned and to, expose to our other institute YTTC holders that this is what our full graded course. This is what is background. This is the background. Or we are dealing with therapeutic practice. They will be very simple. Some of the practice preliminary course, at the most intermediate course, and some specially designed simple therapeutic practices for a patient. So one which can be done by patient, आपको क्या problem? No issue. You can very well support most of the practice.
Sir, 1 minute, sir. Sir, त्यांचे question आहेत ना repeat करा ना.
Yeah, it will be demonstrated, taught, how it affects, and then actual good practice will be there. These are some of the practice. Some of the practice. Such many practice. Anything else?
विचारतील तेव्हा सांग. ते बघतच नाही.
It will be designed like that only. Whenever we take a good practice session, first we will be taking all the kriya, which includes Sandhi Chalan kriya also, then asana, then Bandha Mudra, Pranayam, Dhyan. That is the general order. Yeah, correct. And for a beginner, before Surya Namaskar, one should do Sandhi Chalan kriya. Once daily you are doing Surya Namaskar, then it's a different thing. Yeah. Anything else? So your second breakfast is banana, so you can just collect from the naturopathy hall before going. Let us conclude. Online friends waste. I am there.
Sir, 1
minute. Sir, 1 minute. 1 minute, sir. Sir, त्यांनी जे प्रश्न विचारले ना फिजिकल वाल्यांनी ते ऑनलाईन वाल्यांसाठी जरा रिपीट करा ना. इकडे ऐकून आले त्यांचे प्रश्न. ते काय बोलले ते आम्हाला कळलं नाही.
अच्छा. They had asked certain questions, queries. Whether standard course is there, the standard course is not there. That's what I answered. Very simple practice, therapeutic practices. Or those who are staying nearby, Vashi, up to Khargar, Nerul, etc. They also have to compulsorily stay overnight in their February conference. I said no. Those who are staying away, they should. And those who are staying, they can very well go to home. But before 6 o'clock, when meditation session is there, they should be here back. What is another question? Yeah, okay. Sandhi Charan Kriya. Yes.
So I just want to add one more thing. Those global students, if they are attending offline at Vashi or Dadar, they have to ensure that they sign on the attendance register. Even if, instead of we reminding them, they have
global participants are attending physically, ensure that you are signing. Because when we join the meeting online, automatically through attendance is registered when you join with your roll number, name, etc. But when you come physically, you have to, and then only through that we can communicate to your global teacher that today you need not report in the group. It's not unnecessary. Don't dump so many posts in our official group. We know that, but your duty is to sign the master. Then it is our duty to communicate to your teacher that so and so date you have attended physically. Vashi Dadar case.
Yeah. And one more thing, yes. Yeah. Not all students have yet uploaded the yogic qualification certificates and the photographs. We have shared the global form. So just ask them to do it.
So yeah, once again share that form because those who have come late, joined late. So once again share it. So you have to share those, academic qualification and the not academic, yogic qualification certificates. Okay, name, photograph, you have to upload. So those who have not done it, please do it, both physical as well as global part. Over.
Over, sir.
मॅडम जरा बोला ना, म्हणजे आम्ही चेक करतो एकदा. या मॅडम.
Over.
Okay.
Acha, you were not able to hear me. The audience was not able to hear.
में नहीं आ रहा है. सोनाली मैडम, you just continue, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I'm talking.
Yeah.
That is
Go on
what I
speaking.
mean. I will be sharing the link again so that the new entrants who are in the global group, they can do it. But then there are still quite a few students. I had given the list of the names also. And in case anyone is facing difficulty in uploading the document, either you resize the image, or you can send me personally, or you share it in the group, global group. The yogic qualification and the photograph.
Global students, are you able to listen to
me? It's a mic testing, nothing else. Your session is over. Let us conclude with one omkar, then fold the carpets and have the banana and see you next Saturday. Eyes closed, shoulders fit back, spine erect, maximum body part relaxed. Breathing is going on freely, slowly, naturally, rhythmically. Have a deep inhalation. Enjoy the vibration. Its positive effect on your body and mind. Gently open your eyes. Have a nice day. Next Saturday. So, मॅडम जरा आम्ही ते चेक करतो, म्हणजे तुमचं इथलं क्वेश्चन आन्सर सेशन चालू राहतील आणि 5:30 आम्ही ते बघतो, तिथे कुणीतरी वायर काढली असं काही म्हणतात.